The Interceptors. One of the fastest and most successful high-speed pursuit teams in the world. 20 hand-picked officers tackle serious crime across the whole of Essex. Their remit, to deny criminals the use of the roads. With access to some of the best kit money can buy, they're taking crime fighting to a whole new level. In tonight's programme, a thief thinks he can outrun the Evos.
I think speed is about 85 miles an hour.
Essex girl meets Essex cop.
I don't know, I'm blonde and I'm female.
And a stakeout at the lakeside pays off.
Shut up now!
AM, just outside Gray's town centre. The Interceptors are on the lookout. Walking thieves have taken the keys to a luxury Lexus and stolen it. The car triggers the automatic number plate recognition cameras near the Dartford crossing. The driver fits a description of a villain known for aggravated burglary, and he's flooring it. The Interceptors are specialists in taking down car thieves.
Stay exactly where you are, mate. Do not move.
They want them off the roads, and the Lexus is one they don't want to lose. The lightweight twin-engine EC-135 Eurocopter is scrambled. With a top speed of 162 miles per hour, the chopper can reach anywhere in Essex in under 15 minutes. And in no time, it has the Lexus in its sights.
Another road race, there's a 30 mile an hour speed limit here, and his speed is 90 miles an hour.
The fleeing car is heading towards Purfleet. Interceptors Paul and Steve from the Langdon unit are nearby. Steve gets an update from the chopper.
I think speed is about 85 miles an hour. Going beneath the M25 now.
High speeds like these on single carriageway roads mean danger for everyone. The Interceptors know where the bloke's going. The trick is stopping him before he hurts someone.
There's been a couple of near misses up here. He's swerved violently to avoid stationary vehicles and nearly lost it, but he's still going. He's reaching the roundabout now, Oliver Road. Yeah, Oliver Road roundabout went the wrong way round there, very near miss with several vehicles.
Going round a busy roundabout the wrong way is near suicide. But with the Evo on his tail, the Lexus driver thinks it's worth it.
Still on the road, speed camera, which is activated. He's offside the road now, he's overtaken a lot of slower moving vehicles.
All the Interceptors are trained for high-speed pursuit, but the closer they get, the faster the bloke goes. So they radio ahead. It's time to deploy Stinger.
8-3 for your info, we're going to try and get ahead so we can deploy Stinger.
Stinger is the portable device thrown out in front of cars that won't stop. Hundreds of hollow nails penetrate the tyres and slowly let the air out. But before Stinger can be deployed, the stolen Lexus hits the curb.
He's just struck the curb very violently. I think he's really near side, he's punctured.
The cops think a flat tyre will stop him, but it doesn't.
Yep, near side tyre is punctured. We've just gone past Devonshire Road, still towards Gray's town centre. Speed slowed considerably, so 55, 60 miles an hour. He's gone through the bus lane.
The Lexus is out of control. It almost hits a car.
Get free, what do you reckon on the Stinger Harbour at Devonshire? Yes, if he comes that way, that's what we will do, Oliver. Yes, received.
Stinger's waiting round the corner ahead. But before he gets there, the Lexus driver tries to overtake a red people carrier.
Yep, get his door.
Paul and Steve in the Evo box him in. There's no escape. As he sideswipes the red people carrier, the pedestrian in front of the Lexus just misses getting squashed. He pulls his suitcase out of the way in the nick of time.
Your brother turned away, vehicle stopped.
The Lexus driver is trapped inside. Steve drags the passenger out and cuffs him.
Yeah, no, it's a vehicle. It's a Nissan, a red Nissan. I haven't got the index at the moment. That's been struck. That was being driven. Driver's got one minor injury. All his airbags are deployed.
Yeah, you were. We just got, I think, one member of the public, very slight injuries, and that is it so far.
At first, it looks like a simple collision. But when the people carrier hits the road sign, the triangular top hurtles through the air right past another pedestrian, missing him by millimetres.
632, driver of bandit vehicle, conscious and breathing, about 30 years old, complaining of head, neck and back injuries on.
Yes, received.
The fleeing Lexus driver was banned from driving for 6 months and got 12 months inside for aggravated vehicle taking and burglary. His passenger got a 6-month detention and training order. Coming up in part 2, there's confusion at the lakeside.
Next. This one.
And the girl whose car is too sexy for the law.
Sexy.
And it's pink.
Coming up on Police Interceptors, shoplifters get more than they bargained for. And Essex girl meets Essex cop.
I feel well naughty.
There's nothing to worry about, it's just a number plate.
3 p.m. at the Lakeside Shopping Centre in Thurrock. A stolen Mini Cooper with false number plates has been traced to the car park. The car's been linked to a string of robberies, and the thieves are thought to be dangerous. The police aren't sure who's in it, but the 4 occupants have gone shopping. The situation is unpredictable. They need backup.
Yes, mate. What's the details of the vehicle? Black Mini Cooper.
This is a big operation involving 6 police crews. From Stanway Unit, Biggers is in the Scooby. And with him, Snowy.
A unit actually observing it, but we're going to be there to hopefully put in a traffic stop. And if there is any sort of a pursuit, then we've got enough vehicles there to take care of it.
Lakeside is a massive shopping complex with 300 shops and parking for 13,000 cars.
We don't all really want to be facing in towards Lakeside.
No, I'm going to spin us round.
Because the vehicle's going to be driving out, isn't it?
The coordination of the strike is crucial. If they get it wrong, they'll lose them.
Over the poppers here. Hello, Darren, it's Mike Bignell again. We're all here. You've got a gaggle of police cars on the main exit and entrance to the multi-stories. Is that where it is, or is it near Curry's?
More interceptors are on the strike. Dave from the Stanway unit is with Sean in the unmarked Omega.
Are we going to have stingers available both sides if need be?
If we get there before he's actually come out, then yeah, we'll block it.
Right, let's go and do it then. We're all plotting up with the units you can see behind us to put in a strike on the vehicle. We believe the people in it are violent escapers. There's lots of police cars, lots of dog units, so we should be able to get the vehicle stung and arrest the occupants.
Three hours already and still no movement. It's taking up a lot of time and a lot of police resources.
We've got a plane unit sitting up in the car park at the moment with eyeball on the vehicle. We'll get the nod and we'll rush in there as well.
Another half hour passes. Then there's news. The suspects are on the move.
Hold back.
Interceptors move in, but there's confusion.
Next.
This one!
No, it's not. It's the next one.
The car park has more than one entrance.
This is the exit, isn't it?
Yeah, here.
The stolen Mini is boxed in. There's no way out.
Right, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention now something which will later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. You understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So you got anything in your pocket you shouldn't have?
All 4 occupants are arrested. They're younger than expected.
Let's get him off and we'll get him in the back of that car. Result, all right?
Sit down.
But it's not over yet. The driver's playing tough and he's kicking off.
Shut up now! Other side, mate. Get in.
The suspects are separated and searched.
Stand up by yourself.
Where's all my money, man, and my clothes?
We've all got that.
Can you get my tourist bag, please?
No, not at the moment.
No, that's
It's all stolen.
Stolen his things? That's a bit rich coming from a car thief.
What is?
Wait, listen, all my clothes, I've just bought them. My mum gave me my money. Oh, my God.
What's your name, fella?
What have I actually done?
That car's stolen, mate. It's just come through on the radio.
Is it?
Yep.
I ain't nicked it.
The Mini driver doesn't realise that the police have been watching a stolen car for some time.
Slide this way.
So he plays the innocent.
What have I done?
You're under arrest on suspicion of theft of that vehicle. We've done a strike on the vehicle with Dave and Sean in our unmarked Amiga. I've successfully stopped the vehicle. We've taken everybody out of the vehicle. They've tried to be communicative between themselves, so that's why we've dragged that first lad off, thrown him in the back of the Ford Focus over there. Then searched the vehicle, found the key. It's confirmed the vehicle was stolen in a burglary in the Romford area. So good result, 4 people in custody.
Even a good result doesn't save Biggers from a bit of a ribbing.
We nearly never made it. Somebody miscounted the car park entrance.
No, I didn't,
The
because there's an entrance there and you can come in all the way down here.
Time to check out the damage and a bit more stick for Biggers.
The Amiga that you crashed last week, Biggers, was the front bumper all right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Or just do a swap?
Oh, yeah, just a swap.
That's the advantage of being on ANPR, we have spare cars.
Back at Romford, Nick, the Mini driver still thinks he's Mr. Big.
You don't even know me, mate. I hate police, innit? Police hate me. Wow, let's keep it that way, innit?
I've never met you before.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, and straight
police
away,
hate me, innit?
straight away you can hear in and being abusive
I hate
and all
people in
sorts.
uniform.
Right?
I'm anti-authority, innit?
Oh, right, anti-authority, that's a new one for a criminal.
He's tried acting tough to the cops, and now he's playing at being a gangster, making gun signs to the camera. The man was arrested for theft, burglary and twok, taking the car without the owner's consent. The police investigation is continuing. This time, a hard stop prevented the Mini from escaping. But with top-of-the-range Mitsubishi Evo 8s and Subaru Imprezas, the Interceptors are well equipped to deal with high-speed pursuits. On board are special number plate reading cameras, but they only work if the number plates stick to the rules. 440 near Loughton. A smart car outsmarts the cameras.
See the number plate?
No, I just thought it was bright pink.
The ANPR camera didn't clock the plate, but Sean from the Stanway team did. With Snowy riding shotgun, it's time to check out the car.
DVLA offence.
If the plate doesn't conform to DVLA regulations, it's an offence.
Sexy. But they've put the
SXY.
dot to make it.
And it's pink.
Which is probably the worst thing about it.
All those panels are just on pop rivets. You can pop all the panels off and change them.
Do you reckon she's got another colour she changes into?
Don't know.
And this is her.
That could be a sexy pink. And she could have like ruby red for the weekends.
I actually like pink, but then I am in touch with my feminine side.
A quick flash of the blues and she's pulling over. Left?
Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
No, right.
Stay by.
No, left again.
Crying out loud.
Woo! Get in there slowly.
Please go forward enough for me to get in as well.
Reason why we stopped you is your number plates.
I've been told about them already and I've been told I've got to change them.
Right, now you have to change them. because we fine you.
Because she's been warned before, Snowy is obliged to give her a fixed penalty, but she's not happy.
Why are you going to fine me?
Because they're illegal. You should only be told once. We shouldn't be stopping you today, should we? If you've been told once, you should have changed it.
I was given it as a protest.
Right.
Yeah, I've been told there's nothing wrong with them, so...
I'll do all the paperwork then, and then I'll sit down and I'll explain it all to you, and then you can argue the case with the magistrates if and when you go to court.
I'm not going to argue the case with it. It's fine. If you want me to change them, I'll change them.
Okay. I'll do all the paperwork and then I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. Okay?
Failed the attitude test, Will, isn't she?
Attitude or not, in the eyes of the law, it's an offence, and there's a string of them.
Right, contained incorrect space characters, illegal font, too small, illegal graphics on the plate, which is the Playboy, had retaining bolts which are in the wrong place to change the characters, and there's no manufacturer's number. So out of all of these, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you could say that would misread as well, wouldn't you?
It would misread, yeah.
So we've got 7 out of 8.
It may seem like small beer, but with nearly 1.7 million vehicle-related thefts last year, the law is there to protect car owners.
If that's stolen, our ANPR cameras probably misread that and the car would go amiss.
One for the evidential records and one for the Interceptors scrapbook. The boys need to spell out what's wrong.
You just come around the back here for a sec. Just come around the back.
You're right.
Okay, in relation to the vehicle registration mark, there are set regulations that a number plate on a vehicle made after 2001 must adhere to.
But that actual number plate is legal, ain't it?
The number plate,
Yeah.
no.
But
the SXY
yeah, that's
is legal,
yeah,
but it has to be in the right size of typeface with the spaces in the right
so
place.
how do I do that?
You go to somewhere that makes number plates,
Right.
an automotive spares place, a company like Halfords or A1 Motor Stores, something like that. These are just show plates. You can't have those on a public road.
Right, okay.
You have to take those off and store them at home
Please no.
once you've got the proper number plate on there. All the details are explained on this form here. You should be able to read that.
Do you have to find me
Okay.
though? I don't know, I'm blonde and I'm
Right.
female.
All right. It's no excuse.
It
There's
is,
your
I
driving
got
licence back. Okay, it's a fixed penalty ticket. It's no points on your licence. It's a £30 fine for using a vehicle with a registration mark that doesn't conform.
I feel well naughty.
There's nothing to worry about. It's just a number plate.
Pink car, sexy number. You might think she wants to be noticed.
In relation to your number plates, he does, yeah, unfortunately.
It's not on the telly, is it?
Yeah,
What? No!
yeah.
It's going to be on the telly?
Yeah, it's going to be on the telly.
No, you're joking. I'm not trying. Look, I've got a responsible job.
If you drive a bright pink car with that number plate,
You want to be looked at, don't you?
you want to be looked at. You want to get on the telly.
Then I've got 28 days to
28 days to do that. Yep.
Let's go to Harrods. Say Harrods.
Harrods, no, Halfords. Halfords, A1 Motor Stores or something like that. Has to be a registered number plate manufacturer.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Thanks.
Cheers, bye-bye.
The girl in the smart car was smart enough to pay the fixed penalty notice. Let's hope she's smart enough to have the plate made legal before she... It's 2 in the afternoon. A car thought to have been involved in a robbery has been spotted entering a supermarket in Pitsea. The store security has been alerted and have now challenged a man and a woman. The Interceptors are on their way. With Mark behind the wheel and Fitchy on the radio, they head for Tesco's.
The female has attempted to make off and was chased by police. We don't know if she's detained or not yet. The male that was with her has gone back into the store, having dumped a bag in a trolley. There's obviously units on the ground at the moment, so we're going to back them up.
This year, an estimated 300,000 people will be convicted of shoplifting. Arrests can be ugly, so the stores try and keep the thieves away from the shoppers. Fortunately for the security manager, the 2 suspects have run into the toilets.
Walk down to the fire exit, it's locked. Walk back down here, drop the bag, went into the toilets.
Right, and let's go and find
The car's linked with the theft of valuable electrical goods like TVs. The suspect looks clean, but he's very jumpy.
No one said nothing about no.
Get your hands down, mate.
Get the camera off my face.
You can, Dan.
Get off. What are you doing?
You're being silly.
Come on. Get the camera off my face. Okay. That's the time. Okay.
Right, let's just go. Then we'll just take it.
It's not your decision, is it?
He's been arrested, but what were the couple up to? The cops may find a clue in the car that the pair arrived in.
The car was parked up, the occupants got out and went into the store for whatever purpose, but they were tracked and followed into the store. The vehicle itself is going to be recovered for us to search properly, but it's got no driving documentation for it anyway, so it will be seized under our road traffic powers.
Back at Langdon Garage, the recovered car is searched. Inside are the telltale signs of drug abuse. And he has to be careful. Dirty needles are dangerous.
There's loads of syringes, so of course you don't want to just be sticking your fingers in there and getting stuck with a needle, which is a very unpleasant thing with a few weeks waiting for blood tests. So we'll tip that out on there, and then we'll just gently prod through it and see what we've got. Crack pipe there, smoking crack. There's a broken razor blade there, used for cutting drugs. Obviously that could also be used for cutting us, or a member of the public, or a security guard. Hypothetically speaking, if someone was going to steal from a supermarket, that they are probably on their way to get their drugs and they need something to trade it off. So it's not entirely surprising to find the vehicle empty, but we'll see, there may be something in here.
The girl who legged it was caught and charged with possession of ½ gram of cocaine. The bloke was charged with the possession of unprescribed heroin substitute tablets and cannabis found in a body belt round his waist. He skipped bail and assaulted a police officer before being rearrested. Coming up in part 3, Big Dennis meets a villain head-to-head. And a bad hair day for a hoodie the morning after.
You got your hood up?
Oh mate, my hair look.
It's all right.
Coming up on Police Interceptors, the van with a surprise cargo.
4, 5? 4.
And the morning after, too much the night before.
Right, yeah, I had a few drinks last night, okay, really.
11 o'clock, just outside Chigwell. A stolen red Nissan Micra triggers the ANPR cameras. The drivers fail to stop and given the cops the slip. Paul and Russ from the Langdon team join the hunt. The thief's been seen turning into a housing estate, but he's not hanging about. Driving fast in a residential neighbourhood could be bad news. Paul and Russ catch up with Big Dennis. He's right on the tail of the Micra. The estate is a warren of roads, but armed with local knowledge, Big Dennis can tell the Micra is driving round a crescent, so he doubles back to get ahead of the car. Behind the Micra, Russ and Paul are closing in. The thief doesn't know it, but he's on a collision course with Big Dennis. The thief is trapped, there's nowhere to go. But what does he do? He crashes straight into a police car. Big Dennis's airbag explodes. The driver's pulled out. He's cuffed and cautioned before being taken away. Big Dennis is shaken, but okay. He's more upset about having his car damaged. For Dennis's car is 3 weeks off the road. For the 19-year-old villain, it's 8 months detention for driving whilst disqualified, dangerous driving, and ramming a cop car. And he was disqualified for a further year.
Come on.
It's inevitable that police cars are going to get damaged. And when they do, it's off to the car doctor at Boreham Garage. The top mechanic who puts them back on the road is Danny. He's a specialist, but for him, it's a labour of love.
This vehicle's come in because the data recorder has sensed an impact of some description.
In the boot of the Evos and Scoobies, a black box like those fitted on aircraft.
Once we've plugged this in, we'll be able to download the information on the computer.
The information data recorder, IDR, records everything from turning the wipers on to denting the bumper.
It doesn't look like it's appeared to be an accident. The IDR has obviously sensed something, just like it's a pothole or a bit of rough ground that the vehicle's gone over.
With cars capable of speeds of 150 plus, there's no room for shortcuts, and they don't get any. The Interceptor garage has state-of-the-art equipment, but it's only as good as its operator.
No damage on the wheel.
Danny goes over the whole car with a fine-tooth comb. But Danny has his favourites. He knows the Scooby inside out.
These engines are different to normal engines. Subaru engines, instead of the pistons going up and down on a conventional engine, these have opposed engines where the pistons go from side to side, which gives Subarus that distinctive burble. I think I prefer these to the Evos because I think these are more of a sort of Essex boys car. Right, so I'll give the paperwork and the keys to the workshop. They'll do their bit, and then this will be out policing again tomorrow.
The cars need to be kept in tune, but so do the officers. Russell knows the importance of healthy eating.
I'll have 2 large chicken kebabs, please. Yeah, and I'll have an ordinary Donna small one, please. Pete, what do you want to drink? This is our favourite kebab shop. Very good healthy option, loads of salad. Okay, and a Coke, please. No onion in that one. Salad, no onion, no chilli sauce. Quick, get your dinner.
Meals on Wheels is not everyone's idea of a good lunch. The ANPR van doubles as a canteen.
I only had a small one, unlike these big boys.
It's very nice. It'd be even better if I didn't have that camera shoved in my face while I'm eating it.
No current tax.
6 p.m. on the A13 just outside Thurrock. The ANPR van pings a white Berlingo. It appears to be stolen. Big Dennis is in pursuit. But it's a no-stopper. He calls for backup. Just behind him, Steve is at the wheel of the Evo. Langdon Team Sergeant Danny monitors the radio.
Yeah, A5, vehicle A13, slowing, vehicle A13, between the M25 and Lakeside. He's not stopping, stand by for a decap.
Here he comes, get in front. Get out of the car. Get out of the car, mate, all right? You're under arrest, okay? Yes, cuff him up, stab him in.
Mate, you're under arrest, suspicion of theft of a motor. Yeah. Right? You don't have to say anything, it may be defence. If you don't mention any points, it's something like relying on the court. Anything you do, say maybe giving evidence. Yes, okay? Yes, sir. Where are you from, mate?
London, East London.
East London, okay.
Can I just have another unit, please? Just to give us a bit of a fend-off. We're on a live carriageway. What's happened is vehicles come through the ANPR van, information mark on it that the driver tried to run over a police officer. The Subaru's tried to stop it, it's failed to stop. There's been a very small pursuit. We just caught up. The vehicle's stopped just on the live carriageway here. We would have attempted to box it in. And I don't know if they tried to decamp, but his door was locked anyway, so he couldn't get out.
2 suspects in the front, but there's a surprise in store. Hiding in the back, a third man.
What's the score with the motor, mate? Sorry?
Left hold, I've got left hold.
Oh, don't give me that old potato, for goodness sake.
Just getting a lift? Come on, mate, it's the oldest line in the book.
So you're getting a lift home, were you?
No, I was going to a friend's house with a cup of tea.
Not, you say you weren't going home? There's loads of copper pipe in the back as well. It's all new stuff. It's a real wide bore stuff as well.
We've got cable, and just in the far distance there, we've got some copper, which looks new. Obviously, it's a big thing at the moment, so it's either stolen or legit. But either way, they're coming in on suspicion of theft for it at the moment.
The three lads were taken to Basildon Nick. The driver was only 16 and was reported for no driving licence and failing to stop. No further action was taken. Just after 3 near Stanway. With their Scooby in the garage, Dave from the Stanway team is driving an unmarked white Omega. Manning the car's AMPR is Biggers. The white van in front has caught his attention. It looks like someone's moving around in the back.
I reckon this is going to be interesting.
Interesting indeed. Inside, a surprise cargo.
4, 5? 4.
What part of
Oh, we're on camera, look.
yeah? What part of no seats, no passengers do you not understand? There's not seats in there. You're not carrying passengers,
You
are
guys are going to have to come out. Can't stay in
Oh,
here.
you got to go.
All right.
Just over there.
All right, jump out and walk in, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Have you got a copy of your licence with you?
No, I haven't, sorry.
Oh, mate, I'll take some of your details.
The two lads who are in the back without seats have to take a hike. But the driver's not off the hook yet.
You got full licence?
Yeah.
Yeah, okie dokie.
Biggers puts his handheld computer to work. It has a direct link to the DVLA and insurance databases, as well as the police national computer.
I've got two of you on here, same date of birth, both born in Mauritius, but one with the middle name of...
They're both mine.
That's you, is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know it's me then, don't you?
Is it your van?
All right.
Or was it works van? Okie dokie. I got your papers there. Says that you ain't got any insurance for your motor, mate.
I have got insurance.
Who's your insurance with? NIG.
Do you pay that by direct debit or?
I haven't paid it.
When was that?
I can't remember now. It's on there somewhere.
Oh, mate, we're gonna have to make a phone call.
Rodney Parmenter. It's a broker, isn't it? Yeah.
All right.
A bell, mate.
All right, mate. All right, let's have a quick look here. Check your licence.
While Dave checks out the certificate, Biggers checks his handheld.
Oh, you've got an expired provisional licence, mate.
I have got a licence.
There's two colours of licences. What colour is it? I'll be honest with you, mate. If you've got an expired provisional, it's no drama. You've been caught out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Right. So you haven't got a licence. Expired provisional licence. What's the score with your licence, then, mate?
I had one in France. I did.
Yeah, but you ain't in France, are you?
I thought it was all right. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Have you got insurance?
Hello, is that Rodney Parmenter
No.
Insurance?
Right. Dave. He's admitted he hasn't got insurance.
Okay, thanks very much. Cheers.
Got a expired provisional.
All right, I was going to
No.
say because this number doesn't actually come down to them at all.
Okay. Well, mate.
So no licence, no insurance, and something else is not right.
This is wafty.
Dave's noticed the van's been taxed recently. But don't you need to have valid insurance to tax a vehicle?
I'm going to ask you about your insurance policy here, but before I do so, I'm going to caution you that you do not have to say anything. But may I have me defence if you do not mention now something which you later rely on in court, anything you do say may be given in evidence. It looks a bit like a photocopy to me. Is it one you've drafted on your computer, or it is? You've done it at home on your computer?
Fraud then.
Right, yeah. Okay,
How many have you had this month?
Away you go, mate.
Okay, mate. I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of fraud. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention now something later on in court. Anything you do say can be given in evidence, and that's as a result of this insurance certificate. All right? Yeah, I mean, basically, he's produced the the certificate of insurance there. We've made inquiries on the phone number at the top there, and it's not listed as an insurance company or a broker, so it sort of aroused our suspicion a little bit. The fraud comes in obviously because he's produced this insurance at the post office to gain the tax disc, which was displayed in the vehicle. So we got receipts there from the post office. That's your fraud. Simple.
1 minute he's off to work, the next he's off to the nick, in cuffs. Current DVLA data shows there are 1.2 million uninsured vehicles on Britain's roads. Now at least it's one less. The driver was fined £300 for fraud, £200 for no insurance and no licence, and given 6 penalty points. The Chigwell team are on patrol, just outside Harlow. Mark is on lookout in the Evo. Tizzy's behind the wheel. The driver of a Honda Civic wearing a hoodie has caught a cop's eye, so he's pulled over. It's time for a closer look.
The only reason we stopped you is it's quite a warm day and you got your hood up.
Oh mate, it's my hair, look.
That's all right. What I'm saying is you had your hood up, it's quite a warm day, and as we came in, to me it looked like you looked away from us,
nah, mate,
which kind of sort of rises my suspicions a little bit. So you're just having a bad hair day.
Yeah, alright, we're going to paint the flat, I'm around the parents.
What could be worse? You could be on telly.
Yeah.
It all looks okay, but Tizzy's nose is twitching.
How much you had to drink today?
Nothing, mate, nothing.
Nothing at all? Is it paint I can smell?
Yeah, mate.
I can smell something. Just breathe. Just go and get breath box? Yeah, cheers. Did you have a drink last night?
Yeah, I had a couple of drinks last night,
okay. Unfortunately, I've got quite a good nose, I can smell something.
There's no breath test on board, so the boys have to send for one. If the driver's had nothing to drink today, he should have nothing to worry about. Or should he?
What a morning. Round the missus, got to paint the flat.
If he's still got too much alcohol in his blood from the night before, he could be in trouble.
Did you have much to drink last night?
Right, yeah, I had a few drinks last night, that's about it, really. I haven't brushed my teeth or anything, that's just worrying me a little bit. Is that going to affect it?
It shouldn't do. No, if you're using your mouthwash or something like that, that might affect it a little bit. It might do.
With a job that's dependent on travel, the stakes are high.
I'm travelling salesman as well, man. It's just like...
Oh, right, yeah.
The breathalyzer arrives. Hopefully the driver can get on with his painting.
Basically what we'll do is make it nice and tight and seal your lips around the tube. If you go, keep blowing to that side, you're going to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop!
This is the heart-stopping moment. If he fails, he loses his licence and his job. Coming up in part 4, an old man's eye for a pretty woman gets him nicked.
I am getting absolutely furious.
Just breathe.
Tizzy's nose has led to a breath test.
Just go and get breath box.
Keep going. Stop!
The travelling salesman had a few scoops the night before, and he's about to find out if it was a few too many.
As you've seen, that's failed. Okay. So as such, I'm arresting you for providing me a positive breath test.
The roadside breath test is accurate, but it's just an indicator. Down at the station is the big machine, the intoximeter. Last year alone, more than 3,000 drivers were involved in drink-associated accidents. It's why the courts take it so seriously.
It's a nice tight seal, blow into it nice and steadily. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it.
More than 35 millilitres of alcohol in his breath, and it's throw away the keys. The results are positive. It's 53.
Just lost job over. If you sign the results and then you...
An hour ago, he was enjoying a hangover in the sun. Now it's a different story.
Okay, we'll go back through. Show us the pussy size.
It's been quite unlucky. We stopped him at 9:45 in the morning. Although he's had nothing to drink today, he said that he had quite a heavy drinking session the night before. So it really does go to show that even though somebody thinks they're all right to drive in the morning, you've really got to consider how much you had to drink the night before and how much time has elapsed before you get into a car again. Unfortunately for him, on this occasion, he was caught out and he was over the drink drive limit.
Harlow magistrates fined him 250 quid and disqualified him from driving for 9 months, conditional on attending a drink driving course. Biggers is back behind the wheel of the Scooby. It's 12 o'clock and CCTV cameras have picked up someone selling gold rings in Colchester High Street.
It's a foreign vehicle.
The boys are close by, so they stop to help out.
Yeah, it's a foreign vehicle, BJ.
Colchester has a large community of Romanians and communication can be difficult.
And there's a gentleman up the road that my colleague's with. He's got actually a handful of gold with him. He's the driver of this vehicle, I believe.
What are you doing in Colchester High Street then?
Speak English or Romanian.
Excellent, my Romanian's about that good as well. So tell you what, open the boot for me. Makes sense. You live in car?
Familia.
Right, your family's in the car.
Familia, tourist.
Right, okay.
No problem.
No gold in sight. Biggers moves on to the other suspect. But he also has communication difficulties. He's bladdered.
Where have you acquired all your jewellery from, my good man? He's with me. You can put your stick down.
Sorry?
You can put your stick down.
No.
Yes, because he's allowed to film where he likes. Put your stick down. There's no need for that, is there?
Is he on ITV?
No, he's not on ITV. Come here. Listen, my old fruit. I'm talking to you. All right, we're going to talk like gentlemen. All right. The gold in your pocket. Where is it? Which pocket's it in? Let's have a look. Where did all that come from then, my good man?
£20.
£20?
I paid for it.
You paid for it, £20?
Yeah.
So did it not alert your suspicions that you're getting a lot of gold for 20 quid?
The person was desperate to stay in the country.
Right.
I think.
What did the person look like?
A very pretty lady.
Very pretty lady. Old lady, young lady? Pretty lady.
They were
Romanian?
Romanian.
Right.
What the have I done wrong?
You can stop swearing for a first thing, can't you? All right? You stay with this good man and I'll be back with you. I'll just keep hold of this for a second.
With gold worth over £450 an ounce, Biggers wants to know if the Romanians he stopped were involved.
Chief, was this the lady that sold you the gold?
Bladdered or not, this is clearly not the pretty young woman he described.
There's a pretty young lady.
There's a pretty young lady. Let me just have a look. Right, that's all, gentlemen. OK, you can stop back in your car for a minute.
With no evidence against them, the pair are free to go. So it's back to the old man.
Can you put the stick down? Fella, what's your first name?
Never mind.
Well, it does matter, because at the moment you're under arrest on suspicion of handling stolen goods. Until that, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. So anything you do say may be given in evidence. My jokes are a lot worse than that, my good man.
I don't believe all this. That's a nightmare. I'll make it. I am getting absolutely furious.
I'm sure you are, all right, but I'm not going to treat you like a teenager, all right? I'm not going to put any handcuffs on you.
How long are we going to be there?
I don't know, all right, but listen to me. There's no point.
Be joking.
No, there's no point in raising up and getting flustered about it. Then I will put you in a set of handcuffs. But I don't think we need to do that, do we?
Not for the moment.
Right. Watcha, you all right? This is he's had a couple of sherbets and he's been arrested on suspicion of handling at the moment.
Handling stolen goods, for God's sake.
That's what he said. Put yourself in there, mate.
Poor old fella. Thought he was going to make a quick buck and got himself arrested. He was taken down the nick and interviewed, but the case was dropped. He was allowed to keep the rings, but he might think twice before he buys anything else from foreign ladies, no matter how pretty they are.